There's a certain exhaustion that comes with constantly waiting for someone else to tell us that we're enough. Approval then becomes our oxygen. Praise becomes our permission to feel worthy. I know that feeling because I've lived it. The truth is, relying on external validation can quietly shut down our confidence. It leaves us anxious, people-pleasing, and disconnected from our true identity. But the moment we begin to shift from external applause to internal affirmation, something powerful happens. In this video, I want to walk with you through 5 intentional ways to stop seeking validation from others and start building your self-worth from the inside out. For years, I lived on borrowed affirmation. I shaped my choices around what others expected. I worked so hard for approval. I pushed myself to be seen, to be liked, to be acknowledged. But yet, even when the praise came, it was never enough. The satisfaction faded quickly. It was like pouring water into a bucket with holes. But, my transformation began during a session of coaching and reflection. When I asked myself, why am I outsourcing my identity to others? Why am I giving people the power to decide how worthy or loved I feel? That moment shifted everything. I started doing the real work, the internal work. And I've learned that self-worth isn't something others can give us. It's something that I must learn to reclaim for myself, from within, not from anyone out there, irrespective of who they are. Let's talk about what's really happening underneath the need for validation. Psychologically, the desire for approval is deeply human. We are wired to seek connection, belonging, and affirmation. But when that becomes our primary source of worth, it leads us to a fragile sense of self-dependence on mood swings, opinions, and outcomes beyond our control. And we begin to lose sight of our own voice. But I've learned a few things. External validation is unstable. Self-worth is sustainable. And if you don't know your value internally, you can spend your whole life negotiating it externally. It will be like the case of a ball being tossed to and fro. High today, low tomorrow, with no ability to influence its own outcome. So let's look at 5 powerful, practical ways to reclaim our confidence and build it from the inside out. First way, recognize your inherent value. Your value is not a moving target. It is not up for debate. You're already enough because you're alive and you were created with purpose. So take intentional time to reflect on your strengths and your gifts. And these are practical tools that can help with that. Consider taking the Gallup Strengths Finder or the VIA, that's Values in Action Character Strengths Assessment. They help you gain clarity on who you are at your best. Also, keep a journal of your accomplishments, big and small. It is a powerful reminder of your progress when doubt creeps in. Secondly, practice radical self-compassion. You will make mistakes. You will fall short. But how you speak to yourself in this moment matters a great deal. Too often, we often become our own harshest critics. Yet, if a loved one came to us hurting, we'll speak life into them. We need to offer ourselves that same grace. Don't you think so? Self-compassion doesn't mean lowering standards. It means quieting the inner voice that says you're not enough. It means showing ourselves some mercy and kindness in instances of perceived inadequacy, failure, or general suffering. Thirdly, prioritize your growth over others' approval. Reframe success. And instead of asking, will they like me? How about asking, am I growing into who I'm meant to be? Because it's about me. Set goals that are aligned with your values, not other people's expectations. But this requires that we have sat with ourselves to define our values. Put you first. This creates a sense of fulfillment that doesn't require external applause. Because growth isn't always visible, but when it's internal, it becomes unshakable. Fourthly, set boundaries that protect your identity. Validation seeking often leads us to overextend, over-explain, or overcompensate, wanting to be everything to everyone. Learn to say no. No in itself is a sentence. I loved that when I first heard it. Learn to say no without guilt. Distance yourself from relationships that only value you when you perform. Protect your peace. Make space for people who love you for who you are. not just what you do, what you have. Fifth, celebrate yourself daily. Every win matters, even the invisible ones. Did you just go through a rough day? That counts. If you just simply said no when it was hard, that is growth, and you should celebrate that. Make it a habit to honor your own progress. Out loud, on paper, in prayer, in your quiet moments. As the quote goes, self-validation is the beginning of self-love. If you can't celebrate yourself, you are still giving the world too much power. Ouch! When we stop chasing applause and start affirming our own worth, we reclaim our power. You are not here to earn validation. You are here to walk in purpose. So here's your next step. Drop a comment and tell me, what is one way you would validate yourself this week without waiting for someone else to do it for you? And if you're ready to dig deeper, to quiet the noise and build unshakable confidence rooted in identity and truth, I'll be honored to guide you. Why don't you book a one-to-one coaching session with me via my website? Together, we'll help you to stop performing for love and start living from a place of wholeness.